There are several resources and tools that you're going to need to take advantage of if you are serious about trading and investing in the cryptocurrency market. Today's video is about CoinGecko. It's a fantastic resource that I'm using every single day in multiple ways. And we're going to take a look at this wonderful resource that's going to list cryptocurrency prices by market cap. It does take a lot of time because we look at it as time is money. So the more time you can spend, the more you protect your money. That's how I look at it. I try to approach cryptocurrency investing and trading from a foundation of capital preservation. Now, I know you might be working, there might be very limited time in your life, and that's why you can check the link below, go to CryptoFluency.com. I have several resources on the website that can help you with cutting out some of that time. I have a beginner blockchain course. I have a fast track membership where you can get my immediate up-to-date information, my entries, my exits, my participation measures in real time as a message right before I go ahead and make an action. It's not financial advice for you to do that yourself, but it at least allows you in real time, no matter where you are, working or whatever, to get a notification and be aware of exactly what I'm doing. Because sometimes these opportunities are extremely time sensitive. Sometimes there's only a couple hours for you to take advantage of something that can set you up for 6 months down the road. All right, so CoinGecko is something I'm utilizing on a day-to-day basis. You have Bitcoin up at top, and what you're gonna see is the price of Bitcoin, and you can actually buy Bitcoin and some of these other coins directly from this site. I think CoinMarketCap has the same features. And so what you're gonna see is it's gonna have the volume, it's gonna have the change of volume, it's gonna have the entire volume over a 24-hour period in US dollars, and then the entire market cap of Bitcoin. So look at this, $12,624,733,000 has been traded in Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. That's a lot of trading going on. And then you have Ethereum, and it ranks them according to market cap. All right, and then there's graphs and charts, and we're going to dig into CoinGecko here a little bit. BNB, XRP, Cardano. How many of them are here? Does it say? There are a lot. Look at layer 2s. It's just wonderful. This CoinGecko is a fantastic resource. There are several. There are thousands here listed. So it could be a little bit confusing, okay? It can be overwhelming because you're like, wow, I don't know which one should I adopt, which one should I invest in, what's the next opportunity. On this website, CoinGecko.com, get a lot of your information, okay? Here at Derek on Chain, we focus on the Cardano ecosystem. I focus on the Cardano ecosystem for several reasons that I explain in my videos, and most of what I review on the channel is going to be layer 2s built on the Cardano ecosystem. So we're going to use Cardano right now as the model to see what CoinGecko can offer us, and then some layer 2s I'll type in and show you. So let's click this one. Let's click Cardano. So when you click one of these assets, you're going to get its rank. So this is number 7. Here is the price, okay, and this is going to be in dollar bills. Cardano is ADA. So here you're going to see the rank, you're going to see the asset, the ticker, you're going to see the price in US dollar, and you're going to see a lot of other information, right? Like the website, the white paper. You can check out Cardano Scan, which is a fantastic resource for seeing on-chain transaction history. You can resource a few wallets, Ledger, Trezor. I don't use these wallets, but it does offer these wallets. And then you can get plugged right into their community on Twitter, Telegram. Here is a forum where you can learn more. GitHub, you can look at their GitHub. You can check out Cardano ecosystem as a hashtag. The other thing I like about CoinGecko is it's going to tell you about the circulating supply. I love looking at the tokenomics. This part right here is the tokenomics section, and I really enjoy looking at tokenomics if I'm interested in any kind of a project. So what are tokenomics? The max supply of Cardano that will ever be minted is going to be 45 billion Cardano ever. And so that's the total supply. And the circulating supply, the amount of ADA that is out in the world right now to be traded in HAD is going to be 35 billion. 45 million, 20,830. Cardano is continuing to release, there's an emission system of epochs of time where Cardano releases its tokens out to stakers, to delegators. So if you would buy Cardano on this exchange, right from CoinGecko, or you're buying it on Coinbase or Binance or Kraken, you can then take that and send it to your Cardano wallet and then delegate that stake to a stake pool, and you will be getting rewards. This number here, 35 billion, if you check back 2 months from now, you're going to see this number is going to be different. Okay, but the max supply will never change. And so for the next 100 or so years, there will be Cardano ADA released out in its emission schedule. So I love to see the tokenomics. It has me wrap my mind around what a project's potential could be. And we'll look at some other projects also. This is the total market cap. This is how much capital is in the Cardano ecosystem right now, so 12 billion. This is the 24-hour trading volume, fully diluted valuation, which I think can go into, like, people have limit orders and market orders that are set on order books that haven't been executed yet, but started into an exchange. And so the tokenomics aspect, you can actually click the tokenomics and get their documents that have tokenomics. So go ahead and do that. So here we have their tokenomics. These staking rewards, like I was telling you about, that are released every single epoch of time, which is a 5-day interval. This was how much was given to the team. And this is their initial coin offering that went out in the very beginning of Cardano going public. Okay, and then here's the supply schedule. What is the supply schedule for Cardano ADA? It breaks it all down. So it really goes through the tokenomics in fantastic detail. 266 million was raised in the public sale, tranche 1 on November 2015, with an average price of, look at how much that was. So that's less than, gosh, a half a penny there. And then 16.9 million was raised in the public sale, tranche 2, April 16th. It would have been wonderful to be a part of this, wouldn't it? And then so on and so forth. February 2017 with an average price. This was a great time to get into Cardano. And then it goes into some why you can be interested and news and resources, and it's really a fantastic website. CoinGecko does a fantastic job. It goes into historical data. You can look at markets, where it's being exchanged the most. You can look at the exchanges, all of them that are listing Cardano. All right, it gives you an overview. That's where we were in the beginning. It gives you a list, an actual chart, and you can change that chart. Let's look at the max. I like doing the maximum because it shows all the data since back when the trackers began to aggregate the data. So it tells you, like, all-time price high was around the $3 mark back in 2021. So it gives me some insight in where the trajectory of Cardano might be heading to, because in every one of these cycles, these bull and bear cycles, what tends to happen is the bear cycle, which we just went through, goes through a 90% reduction in price volume. So it reached up to $3, and now the price is around 30 cents. That's a 90% drop in price. And this kind of freaks people out. It scares people, especially the people who buy at these higher price ranges, like from $1.50 to $2. And unfortunately, this is when most people buy. Why? Because the news is tremendous and everybody is telling you to buy, and you're buying at the worst time. And then what happens is for the next 18 months, you're watching that price drop and your portfolio's just being decimated. What tends to happen is you normally sell low because you're fearing that this is going to go to zero. Why? Again, because the news is out there spreading all kinds of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's making you think this project has no value and it's going to go to zero. But what I like to recognize, and I've been in a few of these bull and bear markets, is that what tends to happen, and we're looking right now at a restructuring from a bear market sentiment to a bullish sentiment. And in my view, we're heading in a bull market direction. This was the last bull market that we went through. The previous bull market prior to the 2021 bull market. Okay, the last one came at the end of 2017 where the price of Cardano went up. It shot up to $1.20-ish on some charts. So it shot up to over $1. This is when Bitcoin reached its $20,000 all-time high. What we saw happen was that then Cardano went all the way down to 2 cents again. And Bitcoin went all the way back down to $3,000 from $20,000. And everybody was like, oh my God, this has no value. There's nothing here. This is a ghost chain, or it's a scam. And so this entire time of a full year and more, what happened was around here in the summer of 2020, there was a restructuring that occurred. And this was a fantastic time to buy. But nobody's buying here because people are still feeling the pain of this reduction in price. And this was the smart time to buy. Obviously, you can see that Cardano went above its previous all-time high. So what tends to happen in these bull and bear cycles is that the price drops in a bear cycle over 90%. But in a bull cycle, the price tends to hit its previous all-time high. So if we look over here, sometime in January of 2021, Cardano eclipsed its previous all-time high of that dollar mark. And then what tends to happen is not only does the asset eclipse its previous all-time high, it creates a new all-time high. And in this case, it was $3 for Cardano. And in Bitcoin's case, it went all the way up to almost $70,000, beating its previous all-time high of $20,000. And so if you look at the way this chart is strung out, it's featured here by CoinGecko. And if you look back here at that bull market at 2018 and over here to 2021, that is 3 years of time, right? But if you look from here to here, we're almost at another, this is like 2 years of time. We can't see the future, right? So nobody can see the future. And what I'm saying is that we're probably somewhere around, so if you take 2 years from here, you're in January of 18. And so if you're at January again of 20, 2 years later, this is, I think, where we're at currently. And it wasn't that long, it was about another year before prices went volatile. So are we here now? It's quiet, nobody's telling you to buy, I'm not telling you to buy, but could it be an opportunity to get in position here when it's quiet? Because here when the prices go volatile, you have missed out on a tremendous opportunity. If you take your calculator out and divide how much 80 you're gonna get right here at 9 cents or over here at 4 cents. So if you're buying here in January when the price is 2 cents, right? This is 2 years from the previous all-time high. You take $1,000, you divide that by 2 cents, you're gonna get around 40,000 ADA for $1,000 back here, right? And then let's just say you missed the top, but you sold right here. Let's take that $40,000, and you could do this with your calculator, and we're gonna times that by 212. That's what it just says right here. That is $84,800. So within an 18-month period, over a year, you took $1,000 and it grew to $84,000. Now, what happens if you started here at 14 cents? Let's do the same thing. So you take $1,000. Let's divide that by 14 cents. Okay? You're going to get 7,142 ADA. It's a lot less than 40,000 ADA. Now let's see what that is at 212 times 2.12. That's going to be $15,000. Still fantastic, isn't it? You took $1,000 and you made 15. Where else can you do that? Then, you know, the prices are dropping. Let's do one more at 9 cents. 9 cents. Let's take $1,000 again and divide that by 9 cents. 0.09. We're just using round numbers here. You're going to get 11,111 ADA. Okay, let's times that by 212. 23,000. So if you would have taken $1,000, invested it into ADA right here in Tuesday, October 6th, 2020, you'd have gotten 23,000 ADA, and you then would have sold out around that 212 mark. That 11,000 ADA sold here would have given you $23,555 bills. All right? Are we here with an opportunity to get into this project or to take advantage of every project? Because if you look at the Bitcoin chart, it's exactly the same. These projects correlate with each other. And so what about an extremely valuable concept called cost averaging, where we're accumulating? Now, when you look at all the savvy traders, when you look at all the Wall Street traders and all these high volume traders, they're doing that. They actually separate people into two categories: smart money and dumb money. Smart money investors are investing here, okay? Dumb money investors are worried here and they're never investing. Smart money investors are selling here. This is the area where dumb money investors are buying. And you know when they're selling? You know when dumb money's selling? Down here. This is when they're selling. So again, smart money investors are buying back here. They're buying back here and they're selling up here. Dumb money investors buy here and they sell here. They do the exact opposite. So smart money buyers, let's take a look at those three examples. Let's say you have $3,000 and over the course of an entire year almost, right, you can perhaps siphon some of your cash, right, outside of buying coffees or going out to the bar or whatever. There's ways where we could save a little bit of money every week to accumulate perhaps $1,000 or $3,000 in this example over the course of a year. We're going to take $1,000 and we're going to divide that by the 2.5 cents, like we did. That's going to give us the 40,000 ADA. Okay, 40,000, and let's just say when we invested another 1,000 over here at like the 14 cent mark, so we have another 1,000 at the 14 cent mark. Let's just call that 7,000 extra. Now it's 7,000 and some change, but we're just going to keep round numbers, 7,000 additional ADA. Because you believe in ADA, you think ADA has a future, you think it's going to eclipse its previous all-time high. And then let's say, go ahead, and you're going to purchase again another 1,000 at the 9 cents. And that was 1111. So let's just call that another 11,000 ADA. Okay, so let's add that up. We have 40,000 plus 11,000 plus 7,000. Okay, all right, so we have 58,000 ADA now that we've accumulated and we've cost averaged. So you can actually do some math and find the average median price. If you buy it at 2 cents and you buy some at 14 cents and you buy some at 9 cents, you might have an average of 8 cents or something that you've averaged. So now we've taken $3,000 and we have 58,000 ADA, and now we sell out at that 212 mark times 2.12. You're going to have $122,960,000. Okay, more than that $84,000. So this gives you a little bit of insight on the process behind the strategy of how you can get your position going, because you don't want to be over here buying. You really don't. And this is unfortunately when everybody gets in. They don't get in down here when there's not a lot going on, okay? And you can see that when you scope into these nooks and crannies, that there are drop points where it's even better to accumulate. So it's so much better to accumulate here when this says 25 cents as opposed to 40 cents. It's almost like double what your investment would be. And then you can imagine how powerful your position can get if you are using this tool on a daily basis. And like I said, if it's not something that you have a lot of time for, you can utilize our CRYPTOFLUENCY platform and get in the fast track and get my message in real time from when I'm strategizing entries and exit points. So you can consider these decisions, because once we move into a bullish sentiment, like a volatile bullish sentiment, the time for buying is over. And unfortunately, that's when people then get into it. But what happens if you put $1,000 here into the price at 90 cents? Or if you take $1,000 and we divide that by 90, you're only going to get 1,000 ADA roughly. And then you're going to sell that over here times 2.12. Okay, that's $2,355. So yeah, you doubled your money, and that's good. And that might be good for you. But what about the difference that we just looked at? Okay, so it's all about timing and position. Okay, and even if you're not trying to sell, you can do a heck of a lot with that Cardano in the ecosystem, in the staking, providing your liquidity, or staking in a stake pool, which has no risk. You're just getting rewards. You're going to get a whole heck of a lot more ADA for that back in return than you would if you're just staking 2,000 ADA. So I believe that we're in this time here. That's where I think, and it's just my opinion. And I also think that the time will come when ADA will eclipse its previous all-time high of $3. So if you spend $1,000 today at the price of 39 cents, divide that by 39 cents, $1,000 divided by 39 cents is going to give us 2,500 roughly ADA, right? Let's just say 2,500 ADA. And now let's say we also buy 1,000 at 50 cents. So let's just say we have 2,500 ADA right now, and we buy another 1,000 at 50 cents. You're going to get 2,000. And let's say we buy another 1,000 at 60 cents. Say another 1,000 at 60 cents is going to give us, let's say 1,500. It gives us another 1,500 ADA, just to make this very simple as an experiment here. We're just tossing numbers around, and this is, I think, a very healthy exercise for you if you're considering participating in this space. You might as well do a lot of this math before you actually commit and put your dollar value in, because it gives you more education, it gives you more confidence. Okay, so that gives us 6,000 ADA. Now, we've accumulated, we've spent $3,000 of our hard-earned money. It's a lot of money. We have 6,000 ADA. Now, let's times that by its previous all-time high. So 6,000 times $3. That's going to be $18,000. So that 6,000 ADA at $3 per ADA is going to equal $18,000. So you took $3,000 and it's now worth $18,000. But remember, we don't just want to sell our position at the previous all-time high, right? Because we might believe, we're speculating here, we might be able to speculate that not only will Cardano hit its all-time high, but it will eclipse it and perhaps go further. And let's say it doubles or triples, or let's say Cardano goes to $10, right? Could it go to $10? I believe it could go to $10. Let's say $10 is our long shot. That's like our most bullish prediction. If you have 6,000 ADA, And that's times $10. It's easy to do that. $60,000. So you took $3,000 and now you have $60,000. And then you can do the math. What if it goes to 7, right? So 6,000 times 7, it's going to give you $42,000. And maybe if it just goes to 5, all right, you're going to have $30,000. It's not that you're thinking that, oh, I'm going to sell at that price. It just gives you some understanding psychologically that prepares you for when price volatility does happen. When it happens and you all of a sudden see $60,000 in your portfolio, it might be pretty alarming. It might be pretty alarming for you. And so I would submit that you can do these calculations in your mind to prepare you for that feeling that potentially might happen. This is not financial advice. Anything can happen, right? But history never repeats itself in these markets, but it often rhymes, as they say. All right? So this is something for you to consider. And I do this with every single project I'm in. Okay? So let's look at World Mobile Token, or let's look at Cornucopias. Number 636 on the list rank. Oh, look at this. It's at 3 cents. Let's look at its max supply. 3 billion, a lot less than Cardano. Total supply and its emissions rate. This is a project in its beginning. Maybe there's an opportunity. Maybe there's an opportunity for this to grow towards $1. And so go ahead and do these math calculations yourself. It's a very simple process. You divide the number of dollar bills you're anticipating or projecting or just testing out here, divide that with this price, and then go ahead and take that amount that you get and times that by a target price that you think this coin might go to, according to its tokenomics and its research and what have you. World Mobile Token, WMT, I said them, ranked 335 on the list. They're 13 cents, a lower market cap. And the list goes on, right? You can check out their website. You can do your research. You can do your fundamental analysis. And I suggest you do that. So this is a fantastic resource, CoinGecko, that's going to tell you how prices are moving in real time. And they're all independently moving in real time. And I'm working here diligently all day, full time, keeping my eye on these markets. And if you want to join my fast track and receive my messages in real time, I encourage you to check out CryptoFluency.com. We have a blockchain blueprint course that's completely free. I poured my heart out into that course as a free resource for you. It's over 3 hours of content that analyzes the blockchain world. And I also have a starter course that gets you starting if you're someone who is brand new to the industry. But if you want that fast track, if you want to get my real-time information when I'm entering and exiting or participating, check out CryptoFluency.com, check out CoinGecko, check out what this site has to offer, and we'll see you here on a video soon. Thanks.